Vicious, and there's the slow. St. Vicious has no escape now. He does not have his exhaust yet, so Chaos able to pick up the kill. And now we definitely have that Baron opportunity for TSM. Oh, wow, we actually have a little bit of a fight there. Dyrus going to use his Zonias. CLG just going to back off. Cassiopeia coming down, so we'll see TSM move over towards this Baron. In the meantime, CLG actually going towards bot lane to see if they can take the inhibitor while TSM's Baroning. I don't know, what are your thoughts? Is this going to work out for them? We do have Cassiopeia here to slow them down.
Basically, CLG understands that if they're, based on last game, they understand that they're not going to be able to contest Baron. If they do, they're going to give up even more advantage. So they're trying to trade advantage. Say, if TSM takes Baron, they're going to be an advantage. If they can take Inhib, they're not going to be too behind. But at the same time, TSM recognizes that, and they're able to stop that as well.
Yeah, and so a lot of times in the past, you've seen CLG with that effective split push, recognizing, hey, TSM, they're all going to Baron, but here TSM expecting it. We saw Reginald, staving off the push. We saw Vladimir with the early recalls to the Baron for TSM with how strong they are already. And now CLG knows they need to make something happen. They know they need to get some, big kills here, waiting to see if anyone comes down to farm this bot lane, see if they can just pick someone off. It's not happening. TSM is coming straight down this mid, but actually they were stalling for a second so that they can, come up to this bot again. This is going to be a huge opportunity for TSM, though.
They can very easily be cut off. If TSM can get behind them, they can force a fight, pick off 2 or 3 people, and take a
the
hit.
Flash from Chowster, able to avoid the arrow, and now Chaos, a little bit out of position, is going to be able to flash over the wall. CLG going to be able to get out of there. It looked like there was no hope for escape, but, barely able to get out of there. Effective play from TSM, that flash from Chowster, just, really awesome play.
I felt like if Chaos waited just a little bit more and let his team get close enough, instead of having to run away, they could have just full-on engaged and turned and fought that. And if they can pick off 1 or 2 kills there, it would have been a very, very easy push for them just to take down Inhib. And once Inhib is down, the super creep pressure is just going to be so much where CLG can't split push anymore.
And so TSM able to take that Dragon. It looks pretty tough for CLG right now. I heard a little bit of a CLG cheer. Can we get a bigger CLG cheer? Because they know they need to come back into this game. There you go. We'll see if they're rejuvenated. We do have TSM in the meantime pushing down this bottom lane. Shyvana going top once again, split pushing, trying to stall any way possible. Knows that they would lose in that head-up fight. So we'll see whether or not Chaos gets that arrow. There's the cheers for TSM coming. A hard arrow at this point in time, as long as it, hits. Oh, there's actually the Banshee's gone in Big Fat. So one of those targets now open again. They can poke down this tower a little bit. Do you think that they're just going to tower dive for this, or just slowly poke down the tower?
As long as they understand that Shyvana is back, they can just poke it down slowly.
Well, there it is. We have the ultimate. Reginald with the flash ultimate, the Sona ultimate to counter him. Big Fat going to be able to back out of there for a second, but Hotshot very close to going down, isn't going to be able to. So CLG all able to back off, but TSM in a huge position here. They're all extremely high. Chaos chasing them down. They will back off for a second and take this free turret. They know they have it. They know they have the inhibitor. So even though they weren't able to pick up kills, CLG is back. TSM able to push this inhibitor. We'll see how they can continue this. But at this point in time, it seems so devastating for CLG. TSM just slowly wearing them down, taking those advantages. What, if anything, can CLG do at this point to stall out this game even further? Is that split push going to work still?
I feel like at this point in the game, it's TSM's game to lose. As long as they follow standard procedures, let super creeps push down bottom, push mid slowly, and take down the next inhibitor, and just take inhibitor by inhibitor, they should be fine, because there's just going to be so much super creep pressure down bottom that CLG can't effectively hold that creep pressure and defend at the same time.
And so we see this really aggressive push by CLG here. They know that TSM was backing for a second. They want to get the wave pushing. It's kind of a desperation effort. They want to just be able to stall as fast as possible, because they know that if they don't do something, then the game is already lost. They need to make something happen, and that's what they're trying to do right now. Saint is going to be pushing down this bottom. Now Hotshot is coming up into this top lane, so again, that split push for CLG, and they have great survivability. It'll be key for whether or not TSM can engage on them, but if CLG keeps these waves pushed like they do, they can maybe stall out even further. Dyrus going to be getting all this farm top. And I don't know, we'll see whether or not we have a good engage from Chaos. Right now, we do have a Quicksilver Sash onto Graves. We do have the Banshee's Veil on Rise. So, a number of the characters for CLG aren't necessarily the best pick-off opportunities, but if they can get that pick-off, follow it up after that Quicksilver Sash, after that Ragnarok, follow it up with another disable from Reginald or from Odd One. then they could definitely pick up that kill.
I feel like with the Ash hero at this point, it doesn't even matter who he hits. As long as he's able to hit somebody and force them to either burn their summer spells, a flash, or a QSS, Reggie should be able to follow up with a flash Cassiopeia and just lay down the chain CC that way.
And so we saw that last game, and now Ash finishing up that Bloodthirster is, a full item build now, extremely strong. Graves, on the other hand, has, almost the same thing, just a little bit behind Ash. Did have that really successful early game, but, all these towers, those Barons just playing their toll on CLG, and now, we'll probably see TSM pushing down mid. If TSM just decides to straight up push down these, towers, could CLG defend it? Or actually, we'll see an engage here on Saint. So there's the arrow. Saint is going to be hit. We do have the slow from Chaos. It is going to be very tough to get away. There's the flash from Chaos. Knows that he's got Saint on the run now. He's going to be able to pick up that kill. The hawk shot and Odd One is going to be able to get that twisted advance. The sapling toss, there it is. Chaos going to get that kill. Another kill for TSM. And Hotshot coming up here, actually maybe going to engage on Reginald. Knows he needs to be aggressive. There's the ult from Hotshot. Reginald going to need to get over this wall. Does throw off his cleanse there. So, able to back off. I actually don't know what that was. It looked like a cleanse. It had the little sphere. Oh, he does have QSS. I looked for a second. I didn't see it in his item build, and I was like, where's the QSS for Reginald? But able to back off there, so another advantage for TSM, and now they can push down this mid lane. Do you think if CLG maybe sits up top, they're going to recall? I was wondering if they sit up top or sit up bot, if they could maybe steal an inhibitor while TSM's pushing, maybe base race, or is it just, not that potential there?
I feel like if Olaf stays up top and take inhibitor, TSM's gonna end the game. So,
right.
Just because, with how strong TSM is, I feel like CLG cannot defend 3v5.
And so we do see the final push for TSM, seeing if they can take it down. Olaf is up top. They don't have Reginald with them, so it is a 4v4 down here. Cassiopeia brings so much to the table. Big Fat, a little bit low on mana, but Reginald going to come up here, stall Hotshot, not allow him to push. And TSM, they know how strong they are. They know that they can win these 4v4 fights. So we actually have the slow from Reginald. He's still chasing. There it is, the Shirelius from Hotshot. He still has his ultimate, but the rest of TSM is closing and closing fast. There's the hawk shot from Ash. He is going to be chasing down Hotshot. Hotshot. Let's see if we can get the Ash arrow. There it is, trying to get the slows, trying to just slowly corner him, get him in a position where he can't do anything. There is the ultimate from Hotshot, but they will surely be able to pick him up now. Chaos will be able to get that ultimate shortly. In the meantime, CLG pushing mid, Hotshot turning back into him, but is going to go down very quickly. CLG, though, able to take that mid tower, but it just seems like too little too late. So TSM, we should see them pushing down mid now. They were able to pick up that kill. Hotshot trying to split push. The split push has worked so effectively for them at stalling out the game. They're actually going to come for the Baron now. They know, they're strong. If they bait CLG into a fight, they're going to win the fight. If they go for the Baron, then they're going to have Baron. So a win-win situation. We could have maybe had a desperation effort from CLG to steal this Baron, but they're definitely not grouped. They're going to allow it, and TSM has the Baron now. We'll be able to push mid and see if CLG can hold it off in this last fight. But it seems like Chowster and Doublelift maybe going to backdoor a little bit. Just trying to see if maybe they can pick someone off. We'll recall now.
Oh, this could be an inhibitor for TSM because Graves is backing up. He might not be able to get the tower in time where he can defend it. So I don't think TSM knows, though.
And it's interesting, again, TSM knows Reginald doesn't need to be with the rest of the team. So he recognizes the threat of CLG backdooring these turrets. And so Reginald, sitting off to the side, he's like, hey, I'm going to sit here. My team can take you 4v5. My team is strong enough at this point to take you 4v5 with that Baron. So they will be sitting back. We'll see. Xpecial does have that Oracle, so they know that CLG, when they're in the jungle, doesn't have that vision. But now we have it. All of TSM pushing down mid lane. They still have about 4 minutes left on that Baron, so still really long, actually 3 minutes, and they are going to push, see if they could pick someone off. It's going to be tough, but TSM looks like they're going to take it. They have this open inhibitor.
I honestly think if TSM decides to just fight under tower, they should be able to fight 5v5 under tower with Baron and with the gold advantage. However, I feel like since this game is so big for them, they're just trying to be prudent and just do things normally and take things a little bit slower and make sure that they're going to secure the victory.
And again, another slow advantage taken by TSM. They recognize how strong they are. They're just slowly pushing in, slowly wearing down CLG. I always like to look at this part as the war of attrition, but Odd One, we'll see if he goes in. We do have the snare from Rise trying to get some damage off, but Chaos could definitely have an ultimate here. They're all grouped. We could get that AoE. There is Graves trying to clear out the creep wave, can't do it, so they're actually just going for the tower, poking that down. They do have the regen with Soraka, with Baron, that they can just sit there and engage, and actually top pushing as well, so just moving back and forth between the lanes, slowly pushing, don't want to risk anything at all. And so Chaos pushing down this tower. There is the snare. St. Vicious going to come in. This is their last fight. We'll see if they can do it. We do have Odd One coming back into St. Vicious. We have Chaos being chased out a little bit, but he's perfectly fine. Hotshot on the other side. Reginald able to pick up the kill. There is the snare from Big Fat, but this is going to be game. Hotshot not there. TSM going to be able to take the turret, but they're going to transition bottom. They can push this in, go straight for this Nexus, and that's going to be the series. I don't know how CLG could possibly defend this. TSM just slowly pushing in, though. They know that they have it under wraps. They're getting in this inhibitor. They're going to get all 3 inhibitors before they push, and then it will almost certainly be a win. So TSM taking this 2-0 against CLG. They will be your IPL4 champions. We have the last fight from CLG trying to come in here. Dyrus just too strong, though, with that pull over them. The Ashe slow, chasing him down. St. Vicious is going to go down. Hotshot going to be chased as well. He will back off, but this is going to be the game. We're going to have the Nexus here right after the inhibitors. Here, give some noise. You know that they're sitting off to the side. They're waiting for it. Get that TSM chant going, because they are the IPL4 champions.
So we do some closed captioning.
And there you have it. The crowd is going insane. TSM, one of those, favorite teams coming in. It's been questionable how well they've been doing. They've been scrimming constantly. We've seen up and downs with TSM. We've seen their struggles. The new management, Dyrus joining the team. TSM looking great this entire tournament, taking it to Dignitas in the winners finals, taking it to CLG. They went down 2-0 in that first set, but then coming back strong with the Ashe pick, with the initiation. You know they are thrilled.